Sarah. I'm back to share a journal with you guys. This one is the beach themed one that I made for a private swap. This one is quite the chunky monkey. We agreed to do 3 signatures using chipboard or a food container box. So I decided I was going to use a cereal box, and we decided to do a 7x6 or 6x5, kind of like a smaller size. So this one ended up being this one is 6x7.5, and the pages are just a little bit smaller than that. This also has 2.5 or 2.25 inch spine. It is quite chunky. I used organza ribbon and some jute twine as the closure. I used the paper pack I got it at Hobby Lobby. It was a beach themed one. I'm not positive. I'll put it in the description box. I used this cotton trim on the side with burlap underneath that, and also I used coffee dyed muslin, and on the front here I used a glassine bag, and I layered some of this crochet trim on the top, layered these 3 burlap flowers. These little flowers here throughout, some seashells, a sticker that says "Life is good at the beach," some eyelash trim, jute twine wrapped around that, some of these little flourishes that have the pearls and the bling on them, and some of these little pebbles and stones. And I put layered cheesecloth underneath that was coffee dyed. And this big shell is holding this tag. It says "Things that make you go ah." And then on the back of it is some Valium that I used part of the kit. I'll show you the kit once I open it up, but that's part of the paper from the kit, a couple of the kits that I used in this. And then in this pocket is just coffee dyed paper that I embossed with a seashell embossing folder. And it has this sticker on here. It says "Near the beach, we forget to count the days." And then inside is just coffee dyed notebook paper, and I just used the scalp punch on the ends. And that just fits inside this pocket. And then I just layered some shells. And the back is kept plain. It's just the paper. So let's open this up. So inside, I layered some Valium that I printed the paper on. Underneath that is some burlap paper that I Mod Podged on. Underneath the actual signatures is that coffee dyed muslin. This paper clip is holding a little tag that I had actually gotten off of one of my shower puffs, and I thought it looked cute because it was like a raindrop theme, or you know, a raindrop shape, and I just put one of those little safety pins on there and some beads, and it says life is a breeze. And then inside the pocket here is a little envelope. I used Making Waves from Ivy Shutters. Oh my goodness. And I also used another one. It was Beach Treasures, and I'm not sure the name of the shop. I will list that below, or you'll see it pop up on the screen here. So this is just extra coffee dyed paper. And I had these stickers that I got that were beach themed, and I just layered it on some Valium, and half the stickers stuck on the paper and the other half is holding that flap down. And then right here I just made a flip out, and you can. So then on this page, I layered a envelope on here that I folded up. I inked it with vintage photo and it's distress ink. This sticker right here says the sea, the open sea, the blue, the fresh, the never free. This wooden piece on here with some lace and some feathers underneath that with a little bit of burlap and some of that coffee dyed muslin. Right here, I tied it up with some of that coffee dyed muslin, but this is just a little tag that I had, and I just thought it was interesting, so I decided to ink it up, and I put coffee dyed paper on it. I guess my doggy wants to say hello. And then I'll tie that back up, but that I just thought would add some interest. These are little half index cards that I punched the tops of. And I made this little tablet, and I had these little sandal pages, so I just tied them off with some jute ribbon. Then inside the envelope, I didn't put a tag, but you can put something in there. I layered this little beach pop-up. It's kind of like a fabric sticker. So that's that. And then the next page, I did a lot of stamping in here. Life's a beach. That's a beach stamp there. This is part of that one kit. I need to find out what that kit is. Here's a beach stamp. Gather the life's little treasures. This is Making Waves. It's a very vintagey, really cute digiprint. Or a digi-kit. But the prints are really cute. Stamp notes, another one of those stamps. Life's at ease with an ocean breeze. Spit it out, Sarah. Some more stamping. I took this and I just embossed the corner here, and I just made that a pocket so you can add something in there. And these are part of that one kit that this is actually a collage of these pages or pictures, and I just put some coffee dyed lined paper on the back of them. And then this is a little flower that I added to a piece of vellum. I'll be back, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. I don't know where I left off, but I think it was on this page, and I forgot to mention that I stamped a little lighthouse right there on that, and you can journal over there. More of that paper I got at Hobby Lobby. And on this page, I made a little flip out. I stamped, it says, what happens at the beach stays at the beach. When I stamped it, I ended up getting half a beach on this journaling tag. So I just made sure that when I put it in there, you can see beach. And then I stamped the same stamp on the back of it. Here's a half index card. I just stamped or punched the corners. And then I made this tag. This is just those stickers come on this backing. So I backed it up with some cardstock, and it kind of reminded me of sand. And then the front of it had these seashells on it already, so I just made a tag out of it with some layers on it. It says best of times, and add some trim. Lined paper, this is part of the Making Waves collection. It says a note. Notes, just a note. That's another page from Making Waves. I lined those, I lined the digital kit that Making Waves with coffee dyed lined paper. It says notes. That way it wasn't stark white. You're My Sunshine. This is a doily you can take off and use as notes. And stamp this down here with seashells. More of the paper. Where's the ocean meets the sky. Stamping. This is a glassine bag. I just add some trim on there and some paper. It says notes and one of those sheets of paper that says thoughts on it. And then on this side it says rest and relaxation. Part of the DigiKit. More lined paper. Paper from that beach collection. Stamping. Mermaid kisses and starfish wishes. Stamping. This is Making Waves. Notes. Life's a Breeze. Did some stamping on this one. More stamping. Then this is part of that digital kit. Part of that collage sheet. More lined paper on the back of that. And this is part of that paper too. And then this paper clip is just holding this together. There's another one of those tags from that collage kit. And that's just the tag. I just made pockets out of that and embossed it. And that paper clip is holding that on there. More of that digital kit. Says notes. Stamping there. Making Waves. This here is a tag that opens up and there's a pocket inside. This is a tag from the Making Waves. And that paper is from the other digital kit that I used. Those two kits just went really well together. The beach fixes everything. And then here I just layered some vellum, and it says just a note, so you can still you know, journal underneath that. And then this is making waves. And then this here is the other side of the glassine bag. I just made a diagonal pocket out of it, and some more of this sandal paper that I had, and put a tag in it that says Lisa Beach and stamped some shells on it. So that just goes in this pocket. And that says sun, surf, and sand. Flip it up, it says you are flippin' fantastic. And some flip-flops there. Made a pocket out of this journaling tag and just added this is from the paper collection, or the digiprint, Making Waves. These are just some half index cards. Seize the Day. More stamping. Sorry about that. More stamping. Just a note. Notes. This is from Making Waves. Seashore calm. Sunshine breezy, peaceful. And then here is another one of those tags that I made, but I decided to add it to this side pocket here that I made a flip and then a pocket. And those are just some index cards. And here's a pocket here with one of those tags from the Making Waves. I layered a little flower on there. Stamping. Friends are like seashells we collect along the way. Making Waves. These are Making Wave journaling tags. This round one and then this one. And just a little piece of paper. It's kind of shimmery. A little file folder. It says Life's a Breeze. At the beach. Just some layering. I made a little, that tag is actually making the pocket. And this little corner pocket here is holding, paper clips holding that. And then here's another little journaling tag. And that's from Making Waves. Another little half index card. Lots of journaling room. No journaling tag. Life's a Breeze. Dream higher than the sky and deeper than the ocean. Couple tags here. It says sunshine and just did a little stamping there. What happens at the beach stays at the beach. I like that stamp. Swim with passion in the sea of life. Little crabbies. Made a belly band. Just a quick note. And I layered some of this. I have these craft sticky notes, so I just layered those on the back of it. I've been doing that lately, and it's just something to add more journaling space. A tag, it says Sunny Hello. And this goes in the bottom of this bag, and sometimes it doesn't want to go in all the way because it's hitting the bottom of the bag. So, I'll fight with it later, I guess. Then at the top of where the bag comes, I just put this little journaling card in there. And then inside the pocket, you can put another journaling card or tag. Just layered a little bling on there. Side of this, there's another Making Waves tag, and this says Life's a Beach. Just a little mini file folder. It's Making Waves. Just a quick note. Index card. It says, "You are flippin' fantastic." I think that's so cute. The little flip-flops. Life's a beach. It's a beautiful day for a beautiful way. Or a beautiful day. Beautiful way. What? This is part of Making Waves lined paper. May your joys be as deep as the ocean. Just because. Oh crab. Thought those were cute. Making Waves digital. And this opens up for 2 pockets. I put a piece of Valium, that's what it's called, across the bottom here to make a pocket, and then just add a couple of these tags. That's from Making Waves, and this is just lined book paper. And this is from Making Waves, and this is just a little piece of paper. It says Sea Breeze on it. You flip it over. Here's another one. I just layered some of those hearts on it. Add some fibers to it. And then these 2 tags, I layered a couple of these little cutouts on it. Some more of that Valium, and it just lifts up. More of the Making Waves. Journaling. Heaven seems a little bit closer at the beach. This flips up, you can journal underneath that, and as well there. And then on this side, it's a tuck. It has a couple of these little journaling cards underneath there. Just did a little bit of layering there. Making Waves lined paper again. A little pocket here. It says Peace, Love, and Sunshine. Notes. And then here I made a belly band. You can tuck something underneath there. This little twine here is tied in a bow, and I just made like a little journal journal spot where it's a little waterfall. I thought that was super cute. I just tied it off. And that's on that bag, and you can add stuff in there. More trim. Let your dreams set sail. It's more that little doodling paper that you can doodle on and color in. 2 index cards, Best Day Ever and Love. Notes. I love this paper. This one is Making Waves tag. Take your selfie to the beach. I think that was a super cute stamp. Hello, gorgeous. I love that one too. Did some layering with some banners. Then underneath here, I did have a couple of tags that I didn't put in here, but I don't know where I set them. They get tucked up underneath there. And then some more stamping. Now this is that cloth sheet that I told you that I made those tags out of, and I lined them. I made them out of cardstock instead of regular paper, and then I just cut them up to make tags and little journaling spots and backed them with lined paper, and that's another part of the paper. I printed some on Valium too. And then more journaling spots. That's that paper from Hobby Lobby. This is Making Waves. This is supposed to be the front of the cover. She just did as a... This is part of the front of that other digital kit that I used. A Sunny Hello. This is part of that digital kit. Beach Fixes Everything. More paper. That's all coffee dyed. This is Making Waves. Add some of these. I love this little thing, so I just put that in there. I thought it was super cute. Another journaling tag. Well, a couple of them. And this is a Making Waves tag. Right there. And here's a tuck spot using one of those journaling tags. Just has has a tag and has that little cutout there. And this one. Greetings from the Seaside. Backed with lined paper. Believe in possible things. Take your selfie to the beach. I just love that stamp. Stamping. Here's some extra paper. Put a little flower on it. Now I cut off the corner here and I actually glued it on the bottom here, so there's a double tuck spot, which might have glued my index card along with it. Oopsie. There we go. I got it out though. That goes there, and then that's just a tag, and then I slid it up on so it's on both sides. So I thought that was cute. I seen different videos where they were doing them with Valium or yeah, with Valium, so I was like, well, why couldn't you just do it with the glassine one? So that's why I did. Here's a tag here with another Making Waves tag, and it's blank. And then right here is a flip out, and then it flips out like this too. I had extra paper, so I was like, oh, why not? And I think that other, that paper clip was actually holding this tag on too. That's why I had it on the side. Why does everything have to be so difficult when you're on film? And that just says life's a beach. More Making Waves. Just a note. Peace, love, and sunshine. What happens at the beach stays at the beach. And then this comes open. And this flips out. So you can journal on that. And then on this side, this is a pocket holding these journaling. This is one of those flip-flop tablet things again. It's Making Waves with some lined paper. And this is holding two of the journaling cards That's Making Waves. That just opens up, flips out. And that's just held on with this paper clip. Stamped another lighthouse on there. Making Waves. This I took 2 tags and I folded it up and made a belly band. Tied it off in the middle. It's holding this big tag. It says sending you sunshine with some sunglasses. And then this says XOXO, and actually if you untie this, you can actually journal inside there too. And then I just layered a couple flowers on each side. Make it look cute. So I just thought that was something cute to do. Something different. I'm always like, do things different. It's kind of challenging for me, because then I'm like, okay, did I do that, or did I not do that, and I'm always thinking of different ways to come up with things, but I like it. This one says, oh snap, and there's a picture of a camera and some keys, and that just gets tucked underneath there, and there's another one of those journaling papers underneath there that you can color. Some bling there, and you can journal on top of that. Sea breeze. More of the paper. Flips out. Making Waves. More journaling tags. More stamping. Right here, that's just, it's an index card and it just flips open. Hopefully I'm in frame. My computer went off on me, so can't tell if I was in frame or not. Then this glassine bag, you can put something in there. And just a little tag on the back. It says, breathtaking views, fun in the sun. Excuse me. This flips out. Just layered that tag on there. A couple more tags in here. And those are all part of Making Waves collection. I printed out 2 of those tag collections, so that's why there's extra tags throughout. And this is part of an envelope from the Making Waves. You can put a journaling card in there. Another one of these doily notes. I just love those things. These are so cute. The beach fixes everything. Sunshine. More tuck there. And then the back is just like the front. I just added a envelope in here that has Kool-Aid dyed paper in it. Pretty sure. I don't know if I can get it out. And it's just the big sheet of it. You can make a big note in there of a big adventure you had at the beach, or something happened at the beach. And then here's a journaling tag. It says, the voice of the sea speaks the soul. And then here's another one of those little folder notebook things that I had in the front pocket. And that just tucks in there, and this pops open as well. So there's lots of journaling, even though it is a chunky monkey. I'm hoping my swap partner loves this and really likes it. I tried hard not to be too chunky about it, but in the end it ended up being what it is. But I think it turned out really cute, and there's lots of room to journal on it, so and you can take some of the journaling spots out and write in it. So let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you when I see ya. Later.